What are the best free online certificates you can complete that will actually look good on a resume? Attention! If you plan to give examples of a bad, inappropriate email address on a resume, do not post an email address, even if it's obviously fake. Rather use something like childish email here, otherwise your comment will not be seen. We do not allow any type of personal information, even if it's supposed to be fake. See rule number 4 for more details. Thanks, I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit, message, compose, to =r/askreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Let me tell you something, as someone who has hired a lot of staff over many years. Get something to put on your resume. 90% of what we're looking for is that someone is willing to put in effort. If you can show that you've taken free courses, and put in your own time to improve yourself and your career, you are far ahead of 90% of the resumes we receive. The other 10% is the skills you bring to the table. The Digital Garage by Google, it shows that you have knowledge of how online marketing, analytics, AdWords, email marketing etc. works. It's a good introductory certificate and you can put it up on LinkedIn. Here are some from the last time we had this thread 3 years ago, and I only remember because I had it saved. Credit to all the people that I'm stealing these links from back in that thread. Gemologist, dogs, psychologist, medical terminology certification, boating, Maryland only, interpreting beer, judging, lactation consultant, SQL, career readiness, purchasing, piping design, hazmat certificate, get ordained by Universal Life Church plus doctorate of metaphysics. For other cool stuff check out get ordained by the Church of Latter-day Dude, OSHA certification, lots of other courses as well. Canadian OSHA equivalent, lots of free courses there. FEMA-powered actuated tool license, accredited boating license in Canada, costs $. Notary X Series courses, certification courses from various accredited universities, management professional PMP certification from PMI, WHMIS Canada, fall arrest, also WHMIS, transportation of dangerous goods Canada, active listening certificate, Google Apps certification, Night Darn of Sealand unicorn hunting license, beer server management and leadership CPR course, a Pokémon professor, Magic the Gathering judge ordained by the Universal Life Church, forensic consultant training, powder actuated tool certification. These aren't all certs, but some free classes, resources. Use the gloss link, it quizzes you on the basics of a subject you're choosing, and donates rice for each answer you get right once you turn off ad block. Had to do it a few years ago for a hospital I worked at. It's a basic little certification that shows you understand the signs of heart attack and also goes into why people are reluctant to get help. It doesn't give you a CPR certification or anything, but the idea is if you catch it early enough you won't have to do compressions. Good info in it. Edit, neat. I'm at work tonight and unable to respond to everyone, but, as other people have said, if someone becomes unresponsive, do compressions. Don't waste your time trying to figure out if they're having a heart attack. To the people who took the little course offered on the website, I really hope you found it valuable. Edit 2. Yes, please do check for a pulse before cracking ribs. I've seen them done on people who weren't actually in cardiac arrest and they did not enjoy it. Should have included that in the last edit. UNDSS, org basic and advanced security in the field, mandatory for all employees, often a requirement for other non-military institutions involved in humanitarian missions. Even if you don't do stuff like that, it gives you a nice base layer in terms of traveling abroad. Open Classrooms has some certifications, it's also a pretty good site. Psychological First Aid Online, free, about 6 hours long, hosted by the National Child Traumatic Stress Network and promoted by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. You learn how to help disaster survivors get reference to the professionals they need and how to triage those with more damaging psychological distress before it gets worse, learn the signs, symptoms, etc., and know where to forward the survivors to the proper agencies. Additionally, there are some things on how to secure relief sites in consideration for physical and mental health. There are also free courses on the website regarding helping children and military families with specific issues, but since I have not taken them yet I cannot comment on those classes. Edit. Yes, the class teaches you how to deal with both children and adults. Due to the nature of the training, psychological first aid can be comfortably taught online because there are no physical demands. I completed this in a day to enhance my resume for a master's program in psychology a while back. It looks very sharp on a resume. I hope this helps. Edit. The course is tailored to the U.S., but the ideas should be easily applicable anywhere. Anyone may register for a class online and take it at their own pace. If there are any issues, please let me know so I may update this post. Edit. Psychological first aid is more designed towards a large-scale response. For individual psychological training, consider the QTR Institute, which trains you in suicide prevention techniques in multiple different settings and environments. PFA for large scale, QTR for small scale. FEMA certification, it's long and repetitive but it looks good to employers so they understand that you have knowledge of a basic command structure and how to handle adverse situations. Edit. For anyone looking for the link here, it is courses are under independent study. Edit. Wow, I'm glad so many of you found this helpful or at least interesting. Thank you for the gold kind stranger. Also for those asking about programs like this in other countries, this was the closest lead that I could find. Not free but very cheap, $50 Google Analytics Certedit. Actually I was wrong, I haven't been certified in a while and it used to be $50, it's free now. On the EPA website, you can get a certificate for NPDES, National Pollution Discharge Elimination System, will be good for any environmental, energy, chemical, or related field job. Edit. Recorded to scroll down to section 1. Not a certificate, but definitely worth your time. Excel training. YouTube offers a certification in audience growth and development. It's a requirement for some job listings and people are always impressed when you say you're certified. Edit. Turns out there are limitations on who is eligible for certification. I was working at an MCN at the time, managing one of the largest channels on the site when I got certified. When applying for other jobs, every one of them said, YouTube certified is a plus, or, must be YouTube certified. Edit 2. The certification process is a long one and is mostly slideshows, a series of videos and fake scenarios, with a multiple choice quiz after each section. It covers best practices for upload schedules, thumbnails, banners, description layout, tags, really everything there is about YouTube. At the end you get emailed a .pdf from Google saying you are officially certified. Not free depending on the state you live in, but look into becoming a notary public. You are able to notarize legal documents. I've had a couple of friends ask if I can stop by their offices to notarize documents for people. Super useful to have around. INNYS. It's $15 to take the test, and if you pass 70% minimum of multiple choice, it's $60 to get the license, but I've definitely gotten my value for it, and it's good for the entire state. Salesforce Trailheadset will teach you how to use and operate any part of Salesforce and is completely free. Lots of companies don't understand how to operate their own Salesforce, so this could get you a high-paying job free. Edit. People keep asking what Salesforce is. Salesforce is a way for a company to track everything that is done at a company. For example, Amazon, when you create an account you create a profile that they put into Salesforce that keep track of who you are. This information then can be used to sell to you, creating a custom experience. Another use could be a bank that has many customers and want to know which customers are the most loyal, have the most referrals and other such factors. Edit. Number 2, changed it to correct name Salesforce Trailhead. Thank you employee of Salesforce, I read your comment. If you are a programmer who uses databases, MongoDB is providing free MongoDB certification at university.mongodb.com/courses. This is a great way to get certified on one of the leading NoSQL databases out there. IBM Watson Analytics 101. It may only be free for students, but it does give you a certification. My professor said, this would be good to have on your resumes and will assure you really understand the power of big data analytic tools. A little late to the post, but Project Management Scrum Study, Digital Marketing Google Garage, Academy, Health and Safety UNS, Heart Attack, of Missouri, Arrest, Aid Web, School of Health, Management Google Educator, Technology and Science Cognitive Class, Lab, Code Camp, Online Classrooms Future Learn, Melon, Learn, Classrooms, Other Cicerone. FEMA offers hundreds of free courses and certificates online that cover several topics and interests all related to emergency management. If you have a public library card, lots of cities partner with lynda.com, which you can access for free through your public library's portal. Normally the subscription is about $800 per year. I don't think there are certifications, but there's tons of courses and learning paths. Bookmarks to forget about later. edX and MITx has a ton of free courses online. After the course you can get a certificate from them by passing a test that costs anywhere from free up to $500, but most are around $50. 5 years ago MIT announced badges, where you could take MIT courses and then if you passed an online test you would get a badge that said you knew the subject. While I can find a poster for it, I cannot seem to find the MIT site to use. The National Highway Institute has plenty of free courses pertaining to NEPA, engineering, traffic, transportation planning, and tons more. It are web-based training solutions and classroom style. Many are free, others you have to pay, and for professionals, some of the courses offer CE credits. To the general public, it would benefit you to know some of this stuff, especially eminent domain, right-of-way acquisition and the Relocation Uniform Act.